We are obligated as a business to try and take as much of your money as possible.
That's why we've come up with new products to sell you. We got shirts, we got hats, we got all kinds of things for you.
If you want a Brock Life shirt, if you want a Jetpack Rescue Squad shirt.
Ooh, that salmon cannon shirt's cool.
If you want any of that stuff, you want a hat that says "They's Aliens," we got you. We have concerns.com/shop. Perhaps you thought you were special.
That was the specialist part.
No, you actually were not special. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Let me ask you a question, Anthony. You open your fridge and you look at, I don't know, what, the milk?
Sure, when I look at the milk.
The cottage cheese?
Don't have any of that.
Any cheeses? Any?
We occasionally have a cheese.
What do you got in there? What do you got that spoils? You got something that spoils? You look at the date on the thing and it's yesterday's date.
I mean, everything we have in our fridge is spoiled. We're one of those people. We're one of those families where it's just like we're really optimistic grocery buyers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We'll eat this entire bushel of strawberries in 2 days.
We have very positive outlooks on what we will and will not eat. We think we're gonna cook every night.
Yeah.
We think we're never gonna go out. We think we're never just gonna eat junk food for a meal.
All
That's
the money
not
we'll
us.
save by spending $200 at the grocery store.
Think about all the money we'll save by throwing away groceries. So a lot of stuff in our...
So you see, let me give you a hypothetical. You see, you pull out the milk or some other thing. It's got yesterday's date on the label.
Sure.
I
drink it.
You drink it.
Yeah, because that's the sell-by date, Jeff.
Right.
That's the safety. Right. That's the safety. You won't get sued.
Right.
As a store.
Yes.
But that's not the good date. The good date, listen,
What's
man.
the good date?
The good date is, well, you can taste it.
I think
you can smell it and you can taste it.
Smelling it is what I do.
Yeah.
See, I have very, very strong feelings about this. And there's a story that
I think you got about a week on milk.
You got until it actually goes bad, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to, there's no magic formula that they determine what
sell
date.
by.
They don't know.
I think on average, after the sell by, you probably have a week.
Well, we got us a story sent to us by A. Tomlinson89 on our subreddit.
A. Tomlinson89 is a name that I am now familiar with. A. Tomlinson89, you are in the queue for a nickname.
Well. This is a concept that I have very strong feelings about because people in my life, I'm not going to name names, but I'm married to them.
Mm-hmm.
They take the sell-by date or whatever date is printed on the thing as it will immediately turn to poison.
Right.
That as soon as that date happens, there's a magical chemical transformation that happens and it turns into poison for your mouth.
It's a Cinderella at the ball situation, but for lactose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
It doesn't turn into a pumpkin. It turns into a rotten pumpkin.
What? Everything in Cinderella's house just at midnight? Everything.
Just everything in the fridge.
Midnight is just a bad time to be at Cinderella's house.
Unless it's midnight on October 31st. Because then it's pumpkin party Halloween style.
What?
You said everything turns into a pumpkin. I said October 31st. It turns into a party because
I thought everything spoils. I had forgotten that there was a pumpkin situation in this. But Cinderella herself didn't turn into a pumpkin, Jeff. She just turned back into rags.
I thought you were hypothesizing that everything turned into pumpkins.
Everything in Cinderella, everything turns into pumpkin.
Everywhere you thought.
Every midnight, each night at midnight, everything Cinderella owns
she's like,
turns into a pumpkin.
Damn it, I'm going to have to go buy a new lampshade again because now it's a pumpkin.
I mean, if this is true, Cinderella made a very bullshit trade with her fairy godmother. This is not so much a fairy godmother as it is a Lucifer situation.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, I will let you go to the ball and you can be as beautiful and as magical and you'll look like a princess. And this is not like, but at midnight, my magic goes away. There's nothing I can do about it. This is like, you have 12 hours. You have 12 hours. And then for the rest of your life, everything you love, everything you own, everything you hold dear, every midnight will turn into a pumpkin.
You're David S. Pumpkins. Any questions?
She's just like, she's Cinderella just trying not to make any like emotional connections with people or things. Like it's a bed, but it's not my bed. I wouldn't call it my bed.
No, it's not mine. It's definitely not mine. I didn't buy this.
I'm just sleeping in it, but it's not mine. Cinderella, I think you bought that bed. No,
never.
Wakes up on a giant pumpkin. Fuck my life.
Oh, that's an interesting alt fiction that we could do.
My sister was this way growing up.
Yeah.
And she would just like throw things out the very
friends.
next day.
I have friends.
Not throw it out, but refuse to eat it. She'd be like, no.
Yeah. I have friends that if it's on the date, it goes in the garbage. No questions asked, no experimentation, no sampling, no scenting.
You're being lied to by big eggs and dairy.
Well, this story that was in the Washington Post actually gives me a bunch of hope because evidently just this last week, the Food Marketing Institute and the Grocery Manufacturers Association, which are the two largest trade groups for the grocery industry, came to an agreement that they are adopting a standardized voluntary. So hopefully most people will, it's not, not going to make people do it, but it's voluntary regulations to change the phrasing on sell by, best used by. Right now, there are like 10 separate different labels, phrases. Better if used by, best by, all these different things that are printed on foods.
Right, because they don't benefit from sell by. They benefit by best used by.
Right.
They benefit by you having half a gallon of milk left and seeing that, oh no, it's the day where milk kills me.
Yeah.
I'll buy even more milk.
And the thing that people don't realize is they didn't write that date for you.
Yeah. Because
they don't care about you.
They're specifically phrasing it for the stores because they have to.
Yes.
But they're also phrasing it in such a way where where you think they're warning you.
Right. They're telling the store, this is the date that it should be on the shelves until.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, it's a wild fucking guess. It's a guess.
What do you mean it's a guess? They don't have any sort of...
They're thinking that it will be best... The flavor will be at its peak at this date. This date,
there isn't like a standard amount of time.
No, it's just a wild speculation as to when they think the food will be best by.
Whoa, okay, you just blew my mind because I thought, sure, they're all using different phrasing, but surely there is some sort of USDA or FDA thing where it's like, hey, you make the milk. Within X amount of days, you ship out the milk, and then within X amount of days, you have to tell the store.
There is no regulation of that.
Holy shit!
Here's the exact phrase.
We're through the looking glass!
Here's the exact sentence from this article. It says, the dates typically indicate one of two things. A message from the manufacturer to the grocery store, telling the store when the product will look best on the shelves, or a subjective measure, often little more than a guess, of when consumers will most, quote-unquote, enjoy the product. Methods for setting those dates have been left to manufacturers.
So every single...
it's all bullshit!
Each and every dairy is using their own measurement.
Yeah. I mean, and now, granted, they don't want to be screwed. They don't want to put a date on there where you pick it up and go, oh my God, it's spoiled already. Fuck these guys.
Sure.
So it's in their best interest to really backdate that date to protect themselves.
Look, because we all know it's best fresh right out of that udder. They're like, listen, the best buy. Here's what's best. What's
Spray
best?
it right in your mouth.
What's best is you use one of those little wheelie things that mechanics lay on.
Yeah.
You slide right under a cow.
Yeah. You grab it with your hand and just spray it.
And you just switch that. You just 1-2 switch it. 1-2 switch.
I went with like
everybody's favorite party game. 1-2 switch.
I went like with an early '90s reference, and you went with the most recent reference you possibly could.
Yeah. That says a lot about us.
It does.
We have different ideas of when jokes are best by.
The best by date on jokes is bullshit, Anthony. We've established that.
And you just lay underneath there, and you just fresh right out of the udder into your
frothy.
Just get right in there.
Is there a worse word than frothy
to describ milk?
To describe anything.
Frothy. You could have a frothy cappuccino, and I would not be.
I guess that's good.
But frothy milk outside of a coffee, like a coffee substance.
I don't want anything frothy,
especially when you say it's straight from a cow. Frothy is not
straight from a cow, as frothy as it gets.
But yeah, that's the real deal. That's from one milk head to another.
Yeah.
That's what we call ourselves in the milk community. From one milk head to another.
Jugheads?
Get yourself one of those little wheelie things and just slide right under a cow.
Yeah.
You remember those old 90s commercials for milk? Slide under a cow.
Yeah, got wheelie thing.
So what is the new standard? What are they saying is empirically, objectively the best amount of time for a milk?
Oh, they're not even approaching that issue. It's still voluntary and completely subjective, but at least the phrasing is better. Well, I'll let you decide if the phrasing is better. So instead of these 10 different ways to describe it, it's down to 2. So now you just have use by and best if used by. That's all we've got.
But that's bullshit.
So the use by is a safety designation meant to indicate when perishable foods are no longer good. So they're trying to tell you, use this by this time because it could go bad by this time, we think, maybe. And best if used by is just like, hey, the flavor will get a little less
This is optimal
delicious.
frothiness.
Yeah, this is when it's most frothy.
If you're looking to froth it up,
Yeah.
if you really want
frothy if used by.
frothy if used by. Best froth if used by. Frothiest by.
Frothiest by date.
You know what you do is don't even buy yourself one of those home espresso makers. Those are a scam. Because
Yeah.
what we all love about lattes and coffee-based drinks is just straight up froth. What you do,
yeah.
get yourself one of those milk frothing wands, one of the $20 milk frothers from Amazon, and just make yourself a hot cup of froth milk.
You know what, Anthony? For the price of one cappuccino machine, you can buy like 2-3 different mechanic wheelie things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a cow.
Here's what you do. You go to a dairy farm. You 1-2 switch it right into a bucket. Take out your $20 Amazon milk frother.
Yeah.
Just froth it up.
Every morning on your way to work, all you got to do, you throw that mechanic wheelie thing in the trunk, swing by your local farm, just roll yourself under a cow, 1-2 switch it into your mouth.
1-2 switch it.
And then you just go to work as frothed as can be.
For anybody who listens to this and doesn't keep up with the video games, look up 1-2 switch milk cow and just see what video games have come to. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to see what the cutting edge is right now.
Yeah.
But no, seriously.
Can I tell you though?
What do you like in the morning? Like 12 to 16 ounces of milk froth?
Yeah, like 16 to 28 ounces of.
Oh, you get the venti.
Good.
You get the venti milk froth.
Froth.
Here's what I want. I go up into the Starbucks and I say, here's what I want.
Yeah.
I want a quad venti latte, but here's what you do.
Yeah.
Remove the quad.
Yeah. No liquid.
espresso.
I want no liquid.
No
I want
espresso.
only froth.
I want you to pour a little bit of milk into that cup.
Yeah.
Froth it. Pour a little bit more in. Froth it. I want to make sure nothing gets lost. I want to make sure nothing gets lost.
You know, like when you have a lemon meringue pie and it's like 98% meringue?
Yeah.
That's what I want my froth.
That's what I want. Imagine, if you will, going to the movies and getting an extra large bucket of popcorn and asking them to layer the popcorn in the butter. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Layer of froth. Layer of sugar in the raw. Layer of froth.
Another froth layer.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Layer of froth.
You know those, when you go to the store and you get like a 7-layer dip?
Yeah.
Imagine a 7-layer dip, but every layer is froth.
I'm just trying to imagine the person who just wants a milk froth, and I feel like it's a person who's very, very thin, very fastidious, almost a Dickensian character.
Sweater vest.
Like, doesn't come out very often because of the consumption. You know, definitely sweater vests.
I want to go to Starbucks so bad and just spend
just one cup of froth, please.
Just
froth. Just
you want
a small
cappuccino?
amount. No, just a small amount of milk, please.
Okay, well,
frothed.
And
then a little bit more milk, and then froth. Just 16 ounces of froth, please. It's all my delicate stomach can handle.
Oh boy. Oh, do you need to sit down?
Yes, constantly.
Oh my goodness.
If not always.
Oh boy. Maybe you should eat something more solid.
God, no. The last time I ate a solid, I was in bed for 3.5 days.
Oh boy. You look gaunt.
If I eat a solid, it tears up my digestive tract on the way down.
Okay.
Because you see, my digestive tract has shrunk to such a diameter.
Oh my goodness.
It's very delicate.
Sir, I think you dropped. Oh my God. Is that a tooth? Did you just drop a tooth?
But it's possible. It's probable. It's likely.
Oh.
It's almost a certainty.
Well, please take it with you as you go. I'm going to try to get you as much froth as I can, but it's gonna take quite a while.
My family is very wealthy, and we all marry each other.
Oh,
I'll be over here. Just froth.
just
milk froth. Milk froth and cucumber slices, please.
So this change, they say, could actually recover 398,000 tons of food waste. It's the 7th highest cause of food waste is people throwing away food before they have to.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that if they make this a little clearer, they're estimating that 398,000 tons of food waste in America could be reduced.
The 6th highest cause of food waste is challenge videos on YouTube.
Oh, man. Those are the worst.
Just like eat a pound of guac challenge.
Yeah, the pound of guac challenge, the like 68 pounds of froth challenge.
Yeah. Swim through a kiddie pool filled with queso challenge.
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah, those are very,
It's wasteful, but I fucking love those videos, if I can be honest.
It was like it tore through the cinnamon industry.
It really did.
It really was
the
horrible.
Cinnamon industry, we were left in basically a cinnamon shortage.
Yeah,
It
because
was
of
a Dune situation.
one
there was no
viral video.
spice.
So, I mean, I think this could be really good. I'm only doing this episode for one reason. It's so my wife can hear it.
To get your wife to stop throwing out the milk.
Yeah. She's like, well, fine, you eat it then. And I'm like, okay, I will. And I'm fine. Look how fine I am. I
think this actually is good because it is kind of an admission that, hey, this date was supposed to mean one thing and we tricked you into feeling like it was another thing to make you buy more stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see the industry come forward and say, hey, all right, we should not be wasting all this food, in all honesty.
Is there anything that is more illustrative of where we've come as a culture than, oh, there's a number written on the thing, so I guess I better throw it in the garbage. There's perfectly good food that could feed people. Oh, somebody wrote a number on it. So
if they start putting best if used by numbers on everything, I would probably follow them. They were like, "Oh shit, my phone went bad today."
Oh yeah, that's called the new iPhone announcement.
Yeah, that's just the WWDC keynote.
Exactly.
It's just like, oh, it's June 6th or whatever. Time to throw out my fucking phone.
Yeah.
Whoops.
When you put it like that, I feel like I'm as guilty of this as anybody.
Oh yeah, there's a Best Buy date on everything.
On my video card.
Yeah.
on
everything, on my camera.
On my new console, on my old Nintendo console.
Yeah, there's everything.
I got that 1, 2, 3 Switch. I actually don't have
you got the sequel?
I got the sequel.
This is great, but here's the thing: it's great and it's a great first step. But I think the next thing they need to do. And I'm sure this is hard because thinking about it now,
unperishable milk.
Well, yeah, that would be really good.
Preferably blue.
Yes, preferably blue. But I'm thinking about like, hey, can we get to a standardized point of your milk can only be on the shelves for X amount of time before we take it off the shelves? But now I'm thinking like, hey, different types of milk probably go bad at different rates, different types of milk fat, depending on how you distribute your milk from your dairy. Like, this milk was made here, but it goes here. Like, you may have more time on the shelves. But I would like to see, this is for the store, this is for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are standardized dates.
Clarity.
Clarity, please.
Also, the other thing that drives me bananas is how fast bananas go bad. No, is that there's a law that says you can't donate this stuff to charities. You can't give it to the homeless.
After the best on date?
Yeah, groceries, when they take it off their shelves, are not able to give produce because they're open to lawsuits. They're liable for any kind of. So luckily, another part of this story talks about how there's a new Food Donation Act of 2017 that's going to try to rectify that situation. And I'll give you one guess at which senator is doing that, or representative, I should say. It's Marcia Fudge. She's got a food name. I figure she's got skin in the game.
Yeah, but I mean, fudge doesn't really
go bad.
Fudge isn't something that has like an expiration date on it. I see where you're coming from, but I mean, it's a connection, but it's tenuous, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's better than anybody else in Congress.
I don't know. I just looked up Representative Fudge, and her voting record is not great. It actually would have been better if it was somebody else.
No.
So what do you guys think about this? Is this do you worry about your food going bad? Are you the sort of person that throws the food away the moment the date goes up? We would love to know.
I hope we changed your mind a little bit.
Yeah. For the sanity of yourself and those around you. Also, how much froth do you drink in the morning?
Yeah.
Because I'm up to like 30 ounces, and I feel like that can't be healthy.
It's a lot of froth, but you know what?
Because froth doesn't weigh anything. So
never
30
can
ounces
tell.
of froth is like a lot. So let us know on Twitter. I'm at @acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And hey, if you've seen a story like this that you would love to hear on the show, why not send it to us? You can either do wehaveconcerns@gmail.com or join our subreddit, wehaveconcerns.reddit.com, and share your stories with the rest of the concerned citizens.